Hello, welcome to our EagleSix video. We're going to be testing this Scar L Ngrs recoil. This has been some fun games getting this working. We built it all up and got it all going. Obviously it was dropped off for a fault as in not working, and we got inside and the gate tightened and kicked up a lot of areas for like overcurrent and fuse blowing. So we think that we found a small bit of debris in there, so we've removed that, and that was possibly what's causing it. Just at the end of the day, you know, they're kicking up errors for reasons, so obviously we went in there. So effectively we've serviced it. Obviously on rebuilding, during the testing, the final testing, there was like an intermittent fault, which was it's like occasionally it just sort of wouldn't feed all the BBs. I got a video somewhere, so for it, but basically it didn't pass our final video test, even though it had passed the range test. So then we, I just thought that let's go back in, if you know what I mean. And yeah, we basically the sort of around the area where that small crack is, that's on the unfortunately again on the front chassis area, is basically sort of moving to the side and it was stopping the blowback unit kind of operating correctly. So luckily, obviously, we were then able to go back in and have another chance at fixing that. Obviously, even though that's technically a completely separate issue, we then found that the tappet plate, sorry, because it wasn't feeding, I replaced the nozzle, because I tried a completely different upper from another gun and it didn't fix the issue. So we knew obviously the area of issue, feeding issue, was at the back somewhere, causing this intermittent feeding. So then I put a new nozzle in there and it made a permanent not feeding. So like I say, that's when I fit the new uppers on there just to make sure it was one half or the other of the gun that the fault was at, and it was definitely the rear half. So then I went back in and changed the tappet plate, even though I'd already inspected it twice in terms of for damage, and there was no signs of damage whatsoever on it. So I replaced it and it immediately started feeding. So you know, it's a tough one with obviously servicing and stuff. You know, we don't want to replace stuff just willy-nilly and just force upgrade parts onto people. However, you know, no signs of wear whatsoever, no signs of damage or anything, and yet here is a part that's no longer feeding, you know. So obviously these things work on very small tolerances, so it's difficult, but it obviously gone from working tolerance to non-working tolerance through a little bit of wear. But anyway, the Prometheus tappet plate fixed it. So obviously it's got Prometheus tappet plate, Prometheus nozzle. We put power spacer and a new spring in there. So unfortunately very high on the FPS for 0.28. So and like I say, we've contacted you and you seem okay with that, so hopefully that's going to be all right. But my recommendation would be to use 3.2s. You'll definitely be under the limit then with those. So but obviously your 2s are going to be definitely over, and your 2.8s are, like I say, right on the limit for that. But 3.2s are absolutely fine, so because of the weight of the ammo. So yeah, if anything, it's fantastic groupings on the 3.2s, so we'd always recommend the heavier ammo. But I just want to demonstrate it because you're going to be collecting soon, just to make sure that it's all working before you do. There we go, end of the mag, and we'll test on my rubbish used mag just to make sure. This jams on perfectly good working guns. There we go, all the way to the end. It's intermittent, so I'll keep going. It was anyway. should be good to go, and we know you're going to use it, and it's good that guns are getting used and stuff, but obviously this one's definitely got more wear than most guns, but yeah, hopefully it keeps on going good for you, and we can get a little bit more life out of the old girl yet. So cool, excellent, cheers, thank you.